Will there finally be a second stimulus? Yes, no, yes, no. Over the last few months, the White House and Congress have been going back and forth on a second stimulus package to aid the country with COVID-19 recovery. Is it finally here? If you're like me and you haven't really been following along that closely, on this video I'll give you a full update and get you up to speed on all things stimulus. Let's go. What's up everyone, I'm Danny Batsalkin and I've been a real estate broker for over 15 years here in Southern California, and I'm also a real estate and business coach and a former attorney, and on this channel I give you insights into real estate, business, and finance because my passion and my mission is to help you make great decisions in these areas of your life. And if you're excited about that type of content, subscribe to the channel, it's free, and hit the bell icon. Be sure to also follow me on Instagram where I post all kinds of cool stuff daily. All right, let's do this. On today's video, we're talking stimulus. Since the CARES Act was passed way back in March, there have been on-again, off-again talks about a second round of COVID-19 relief. However, talks have continued to stall over the details of the plan. In fact, that's my question of the day for you. Do you think a stimulus package will be passed prior to the election? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you and I'll do my best to respond to each and every comment. And be sure to watch until the end where I'll give you my prediction as to what I think will happen. All right, first things first, let me catch you up on how this has all gone down over the last few months. On October 1st, the Democrat-led House of Representatives voted to approve the $2.2 trillion HEROES 2.0 Act, which was a revision of the original $3.5 trillion HEROES Act that they previously passed. That original act really went nowhere as Republicans said it was basically dead on arrival. So the Dems went back to work and created HEROES 2.0, which was essentially a slimmed down proposal of the original. It included a second stimulus check of up to $1,200 for qualified Americans with similar provisions as the CARE Act for dependents and income qualifications and all that good stuff, and a continuation of the $600 weekly unemployment benefit through January 31st of next year, with an additional transition period through March 31st of next year. The act also allocates over $30 billion for more PPP money, including second loans to small businesses. It enhances the employee tax credit, provides almost $60 billion for rent relief and other housing services, gives $182 billion for school reopenings, and adds $75 billion for coronavirus testing, tracing, and treatment. This bill also includes money to bail out the airline and restaurant industries. And by the way, I should mention that I get asked a lot about eviction protection. So interestingly, what happened recently was that the CDC suspended evictions through December 13th based upon some health and safety measures, as long as renters complete all of the necessary paperwork. And for that reason, the HEROES Act doesn't address eviction protections. All right, so all of those things that I just covered are things that we would really normally expect to see in a COVID-19 relief bill. Here's the issue. HEROES 2.0 also added in a lot of other stuff that, well, depending upon how you see it, may or may not have much to do with COVID relief or the current economic crisis. You know, stuff like money to help the post office handle the election, money to bail out states and cities that were maybe poorly run before, money for Medicaid, arts and humanities, and other type of stuff like that that Republicans really called a liberal wish list and had no intention of approving. Republicans really wanted a package more around the $1.6 trillion mark, so you know, they were only about $600 million or so apart. Chump change, right? Anyway, after several months of negotiations, earlier this week, Donald Trump ordered Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin to end stimulus negotiations with Nancy Pelosi until after the election. Here's Trump's actual tweet. I have instructed my representatives to stop negotiating until after the election when, immediately after I win, we will pass a major stimulus bill that focuses on hardworking Americans and small business. After that, Trump also tweeted out that he would immediately sign a standalone bill for stimulus checks. That tweet said, if I am sent a standalone bill for stimulus checks, $1,200, they will go out to our great people immediately. I am ready to sign right now. Are you listening, Nancy? Nancy Pelosi has opposed a standalone bill the entire time unless the bigger package was agreed upon. So this was a little bit of politicking in the press. All right, so now that we're all caught up, you guys, let's see what happened today. But before we do, if you're getting value from this video, hit that like button so that YouTube shows it to more people. And if you're not yet a subscriber to the channel, which statistically speaking, you're probably not, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified every time I put out a new video. I really appreciate your support of this channel. And believe it or not, every subscription, every comment, every like really does help. All right, so today, you guys, there was a huge development in the stimulus world. In a tweet earlier today, by the way, I love that we're getting all our news from Twitter and we're quoting tweets now. That's a pretty interesting thing, huh, guys? Anyhow, in a tweet earlier today, Trump said COVID negotiations are moving along, go big. And it is being reported that Trump has approved a revised stimulus package of around $1.8 trillion, somewhat bridging that gap between the two sides. Apparently, Mnuchin and Pelosi are expected to talk shortly and work to finalize a deal.
The House is going bigger. The question is, will it be big enough? A source tells me that Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin will present a $1.8 trillion offer to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi this afternoon. That's still, though, $400 billion less than where Democrats are at. Now, White House economic advisor Larry Kudlow said that new deal would include aid for the airlines, direct checks, and PPP. He also mentioned extending enhanced unemployment benefits, which in some places are already starting to run out.
We're moving in the right direction. The bid and the offer is narrowed. It looks like a trade is imminent, and it's a good thing. It's going to provide the economy in good shape. The V-shaped recovery is looking very good in my judgment.
Upon hearing this news, by the way, the stock market immediately shot up. And speaking of the stock market, I recently started investing with my kids in the market using an app called Webull. We're researching companies and creating a great portfolio together, which has been a lot of fun and very educational for them. If you click the link in the description below, open an account at Webull and put in $100 or more, you'll get 2 free stocks valued at up to $1,600 each. Hey, who doesn't want some free stuff? Okay, so back to stimulus talk. There are a few things that I really want to note here. First of all, no deal has been finalized. Both sides are posturing and say they want to finalize the package, but even at $1.8 trillion, hey, they're still $400 million apart from that $2.2 trillion Heroes 2.0 proposal. So this is by no means a done deal. Second, it will be really interesting to see what actually ends up being in the final proposal. My prediction is that we'll definitely see the $1,200 stimulus checks, plus payments for dependents and all that other good stuff. We will probably see the airline bailout, PPP, and help for small businesses. However, I do think that unemployment and a lot of the other provisions for arts and humanities, as well as all of that other stuff, will get slimmed down a little bit. All right, so bottom line, I fully get that part of this is political and part of this is the politicians actually wanting to help the American people. Obviously, I think Trump wants to give the people some good news leading up to the election, and knowing that you have $1,200 or more coming is a good thing. My personal prediction is that a second stimulus bill will get done before the election, but it's politics, so who knows? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. You guys, if we're just meeting or this is one of the first videos you've watched on the channel, my name is Danny Batsalkin, and my passion and mission is to help you make great decisions in the areas of real estate, business, and finance. My luxury real estate team, Discover Properties, helps people buy and sell real estate here in Southern California, and we also have referral partners across the entire country, so we can help you wherever you want to go. If real estate is in your plans, go ahead and book a free virtual consultation, and my team of all-star agents will see if they can help you. Now, if you're a real estate agent or you're thinking of getting into real estate, I coach some of the top agents and teams in the entire country, and I've created some amazing programs to help you build a business that's predictable, profitable, and fun. Check out my website for all of my current offerings and to see if we may be a fit to work together. All of the links for everything I've discussed in the video are below in the description. Be sure to check out these other 2 videos that I think you might really like. Thanks for tuning in today. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next video.